Paul, welcome to the Vibrant Couple. You and I met this summer in a week-long men's retreat, and I was very impressed with your story about battling sexual addiction. Would you mind sharing more about your history and how you got to Crestone this July?
Oh boy, do you have a few hours? Yes, I can. Thank you. The habit or the addiction was not realized until actually recently. Ironically, through my partner, she had opened up my eyes and made me realize that there was an issue there. Um, she proposed certain tools which I engaged in, and really, it was basically an exercise of just peeling layers and getting deeper and deeper on who is Paul, history from your childhood, because all of these things happen from the beginning as you're programmed. I can get into details because I think it might resonate with certain people. It was growing up with a single mom in a foreign country. We came from Europe, very, very protective. So as you grow up, and it was out. I'm going to put a little sidekick there. I resented her a lot because she was overprotective, and that overprotectionism created a very child that did not fit in. So I was the guy that was always bullied, picked on. I was not socially active. I was very awkward. So all that growing up, I was not one of the cool kids. Uh, you get picked on. So, and with her expectations of me, I was not worthy enough. I was not good enough. So with that mindset growing up, and this took a lot of work to figure it out, then you go and you have an aha moment. Um, that led to basically a form of addiction that you're trying to find yourself worthy. So you get into sexual addiction because that creates a satisfaction in your mind, what you're not getting in the outside world, the way you've been brought up that you're not good enough. So this creates a very false environment, a virtual environment that you're good. It's some form of satisfaction. I cannot put it in words, but it makes sense looking back and understanding all the layers now. And moving forward through my adult life, the type of people that I hung around with, nothing wrong with them, but they had the same behaviors more or less. So it's okay. It's cool. So you're within that same group. But as growing up, and we're talking later on in life right now, where I found a beautiful, beautiful partner that uh, sorry.
I know you have a lot of love for her, so yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
she hang on, like I'll get it. As
No,
opposed
take your
to
time.
in any other relationship, I would have done it. And in any other relationship, when people had such an addiction, they'd break up. You know what? You're not good. I'm going to find somebody better. Uh, Her perspective was, you know what? There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of potential. Here's some tools. So she
Mhm.
gave me all these tools to work with, and it took over 3 years. I mean, there was a lot of awkwardness. You have to be vulnerable. You have to really open up, and it's a lot of work. And with all due respect, the people that have the PhDs and all this, tremendous education in psychology, they do provide a lot of insight, but unless you're actually living it to understand, I don't want to use magnetism, but I call it like a black hole. You realize your addiction, you have people and tools to reach out to, you know the consequences if you act out and you still go. It's you cannot explain it until you lived it. Um, and I've created a lot of hurt within me, and I've created a lot of hurt for my partner. But God love her, she was very, very patient. There was some penalties, there were some other actions that needed to really wake me up, to really understand and be mindful, aware, and just over time, these triggers, these temptations start dying down. They're always present, but that you're winning the battles versus losing. And the main thing she wanted was honesty and transparency. I understand, but if there's going to be an acting out, please tell me. And you feel this shame, and in that shameness, you want to not say anything. You don't disclose, and if you don't disclose, you lose trust. And if you lose trust, you destroy the relationship. So that was an ongoing battle for about 3 years, and current day, I could truly say it's been about 4 months. I'm totally sober. I have,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah.
And I cannot, there's no words. Like we learned in Crestone, grateful. I'm so grateful for what she did, for her patience, for her tools that she offered me, for her, unconditional love. And then what the experience that we did in Crestone, and having a brotherhood of people that are, all different environments, all different ages, and we all had a certain intention. But to have that environment, and if I'm going to rewind, the other element that I lacked in my life, I was an only child. I never had a role model. My father was never there. I didn't have a big brother. Even to this day, I do not have good friends. I'm very picky with my good friends. I have one friend that lives in Toronto, so he's 5 hours drive away. Uh, so having this brotherhood in Crestone and really being able to relate people uh, that are deep, they have so much spirituality and knowledge, and just it was a miracle. And that was actually a present from my partner to me.
Paul, this is so wonderful to hear your story because way more men than we think are addicted to porn in current society. And also, way more women that we think love their partners very, very, very dearly and give and give and give like your partner has. And often, as you were saying, with lots of pain and, ending up breaking at the end or breaking up at the end. So I totally commend you for having done the work. I commend your partner for having given you the tools. And I would love to know what you are going to do about all of that. And I want to add a piece here is we all have a masculine and a feminine, and the masculine is the direction. And it feels that your partner has, in many ways, been the one in the masculine role, giving you the gift of Crestone, giving you the gift of all these tools. So what are you going to do sometime to repolarize so that it is you in the masculine? Because I'm pretty sure that's what she really wants.
Yes. I'll try to answer, remember everything in the question. What I'm currently doing right now is just it's a new routine. It's continuously, it's all the tools that I've learned, whether it be meditation, whether it be reading, aligning myself with my partner, whether it be daily or every other day. Are we okay? And just have full disclosure. There's a quote I recently read, and it really resonates with me. So it's lose what needs to be lost to find what needs to be found. And this is the path I'm on. It's just we have everybody has a shadow of our past. It could be behaviors, parental wounds, and you have to, has been and is currently being addressed, whether it be, so my addiction, my relationship with my mother, my relationship with my partner, and it's all this new path now of enforcing, becoming more loyal to myself, becoming more loyal to the people around me, becoming a better person for Paul, and by default, everybody else benefits.
So, Paul, I want to highlight something here that I
Yes.
don't know if you see fully. Is of course becoming a better man is totally helping. Of course, being more transparent is helping. Are you aware that what you're describing as your daily diligence, your daily discipline, is a very masculine trait?
Am I aware of it? I guess it is. it,
Uh-huh.
it, it does provide tremendous calm for me, clarity, and it's very, I feel it now, especially coming from this retreat where there was so much calm and peace, uh, and it's so easy to lose it. You get out in the
Mhm.
real world, and with whether it
Yeah.
be work or traffic, etc., it's so easy to get sidetracked. So these
Yeah.
practices to maintain who you are and your path to a continuous improvement and to keep that peace, that is so priceless. We
Mhm.
keep so much inside, so to address it through whatever works for you. I've tried many things, and I've found a certain set of tools that resonate with me, and that's basically my daily routine. I choose when to do them according to my schedule. Um, and these are tools that were provided. It was my choice to, they were provided by my partner, and it was my
Mm-hmm.
choice to, to take them in and work with them or
Mm-hmm.
not. And it was, obviously I had accepted them with open arms, and it's, uh, continuously work in progress. And I love the new Paul and the path that I'm heading down.
And I'm pretty sure that your partner is really appreciating the new Paul and all the discipline you have to do all these things and to heal with her and your porn addiction and to heal your relationship with your mother as well.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many different elements that I'm working on that affect me as an individual, that affect my relationship with my partner, my mother being one of them. Never mind the other, addictive personalities, that it affects your person. It's because you're hiding it, and
Mm-hmm.
the stress that it creates inside, that you don't realize, that negative energy that's continuously stored because you're hiding something or you're battling something, and now you're just like, you can breathe, and you don't have that weight, you don't have that negative
Yeah.
energy that's weighing down in your consciousness and creating stress all around you. So to have this peaceful environment, my partner absolutely is loving it. We're sharing it. She's also very active with her different tools and passions that I'm getting involved in. Also exam learning, I'm also helping her. Uh, So absolutely, it's a wonderful path that we're both going down. We're doing our own stuff, our own
Hmm.
paths, and then also sharing our paths together.
Wonderful. So, what I'm hearing is that you have somehow accessed your masculine essence, and that gives you ground and peace to basically do the work. The work is still not easy, but there is
Correct,
something that brings a lot of joy and a lot of groundedness.
correct. And then I mean, we talked about masculinity, and in the past, although I have have had and have always had a tremendous amount of love for her. She is just a unique human being on this world. I had proposed to her once before, uh, but obviously this came back. This is for about 3.5 years ago. This came back from a very bad place. Inside of me, the heart, the love was there, but inside my brain, there were still a lot of addictive characteristics,
Yep.
which did not come from a good place. So moving forward, uh, standing in a much clearer place, a lighter place, a better place, a stronger place, a more masculine position. It will be done, and again, in a proper way, from a much better place, to share our lives together and to show her my commitment and love for her.
So, I have a very practical question that men don't seem to think about, but is really important for women. So, you're going to propose to her again, same ring?
Good question. So the the actual ring is very special. There's a certain design on her that reflects um, her life, because she is a cancer survivor. So there's a certain symbol on there that does reflect. I did change the main rock, again, because
Mhm.
the energy on there, that was not from a good time. So I bought a purer rock, a nicer rock, for to representative of our current status, and it's a better quality because we're in a better quality lifestyle, better quality love, better quality people. So um, that is part of the plan. Good question.
Wonderful. And so, one thing that is very taboo these days is, and I, it's interesting that I cannot talk right now.
I'm getting
So,
emotional
what
because
emotional or somehow the weight of the taboo, I don't know. But one of the things that is really important for many women is many women want to be claimed. They want to somehow have a man saying, hey, you are mine. And so, how do you sense that will impact you and your partner once you basically propose to her? And I'm noticing your chest just puffed up when I said that. Yeah, that's wonderful. Women need that masculine power. And, of course, with benevolence and no addictions and, with safety, but they need that. And so, how do you sense that your reproposing to her will change things for her?
Oh boy. In so many ways, because in all the past years, it's been like, she's assumed the masculine. She's all, you should do this, and providing, God love her, and she was providing me the tools, and um, not respecting her boundaries, and forgiving and forgiving and forgiving. And all she wanted is trust and transparency. Current day, she knows the work I've done. She's seen the change. People around us have seen the changes. People around us have seen the dynamics of her and I, how they've changed. So now I can really, like you just saw, I can really stand tall and claim her with a pure heart and pure love, without all this stuff that's interfering and creating weight. So, and it gives me confidence also. It's an achievement after years and years of battling and hurt. So there's a true pride in myself. And also she'll be very proud of the work that I've done for me, and also by default benefiting together, so we can have a wonderful life moving forward.
I am so happy to hear about your intent of claiming your partner. I think that will be wonderful for her as well. As you were describing, I totally feel that and see that happening. From your own self, has some sense of purpose emerged for you to serve the men that have the addiction you've had so many years and that you have, and I would say almost fully healed?
Absolutely. I mean, I have to pay it forward. It's the recognizing and doing all the work, and you have to, as what I did is you have to rewind the reel of life, and really go back to your earliest memory. And I had basically an oh my God moment. How long has this been going on? And now I'm in my 50s and recognizing there was an addiction. So absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of educated people out there with tremendous knowledge, but unless you've actually lived it and suffered it and understanding what it is, um, that is a priceless offering to share with other addicts, and to really, they can understand, because you feel the pain, you know that you felt the consequences. So absolutely, that's part of my purpose, is to share what I've learned, where I was, where I am, and to help other people with sexual addictions. It's because it's going to help. If it helps one person, it's going to make that person, the world a better place, and so on, pass it forward, and it's going to affect their loved ones, their partners. So yes, definitely have to share this beautiful experience that I've had, and this journey with others.
Paul, I love to give a name to the recording to somehow give them personality. And the name that comes for me right now is that it is love that liberated your sexual addiction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, without love, I would have been still on the same path, and it was a downward path. So my partner's love for me to become a better man brought me to present day, and really opened my eyes and opened so many more doors to become a better person. So that is a perfect title. Uh, that's very suitable for this podcast. So yes.
If this video inspired you to become a better man or to support a man you know and love, increased love and masculine presence in their lives, I invite you to hit the like button below and subscribe so you can be notified when I publish new juicy content. I look forward to seeing you very soon.